We call this place Powder Spring, Georgia, and it's a diverse community. You can find people from Tennessee, you can find them from New York, you can find them from all over the place. They descend in this small little center stage here, Powder Spring, Georgia. It's called Turbine Park because there's an Afrocentric guy that actually came up with an idea to transform this place here into a mecca, which meaning into a place that is in the 21st century. So we call this place a lady almost one here was coming from somewhere else. So anyways, Powder Spring, Georgia. Because you feel a quietness and the ambient of this place because it's that's what makes it unique. It has a nice ambient feeling to it. One of those things that you want to come and put down your roots. Because you know when you come here, you're going to be in a quiet environment. So that's why I'm here today, shooting a video downtown Powder Spring. It's springtime and it come alive, and that's what makes it interesting because the springtime is alive. Everybody's out today. This beautiful little town called Powder Spring. This is a panoramic view of this beautiful little city called Powder Spring. And what's one thing about it seems like it's active. Someone always stopping here, and they have a nice little place called the Sandgrass Cafe right here, and it's the guy gets his coffee from what do you call the place again? He gets his coffee from Jamaica. So those coffee come from a place called Blue Mountain in Jamaica, and that's what makes the coffee different to coffee any place in the world. And this seems to me a place that most people gravitate to. No matter what you put here, people come and be part of it. Pizzeria is the new. You ever come to Powder Spring? It seems like they're trying to come up with a different pizzeria and Acre and Oak in Powder Spring. Seems like you want to reach this place. Seems like business doesn't thrive too often here, but maybe today or maybe this year, 2026, Powder Spring business activity gonna come alive. It's a unique place to have a lot of traffic pass through here, but it seems like what's going on is that they can't pull off and stop anywhere. There's no sign saying there's extra parking on the side street. Cars just come through. So anyway, this is Powder Spring I'm visiting today. I have a lot of pictures of downtown Powder Spring, but every time you come out here, downtown Powder Spring, it has a different flavor. So welcome to Powder Spring. 38. That's a long time. But this is some of the older enclave that's remained in Powder Spring. There was a old city. I think the guy who lived with that was a mayor. He tore down Powder Spring, Georgia. So that's where I find myself today, capturing this awesome tourist place called Powder Spring, Georgia. This is some of the new apartment building they have here in downtown Powder Spring, Georgia. As you can see, the sort of like landscape design of this place is what makes it attractive. Look at the walkway into the city, thoroughfare. You can't help but say, I want to see what's here in this place. So as I merge into this particular area, I want to see exactly what's the ambient feeling of coming into a place like this called Powder Spring, Terman Spring Park. There, right? Nashville. And what's unique about Nashville is what? Tell me.
What's
You're from
unique about
Nashville. Yeah,
Nashville?
tell me about it. Be candid about it. It's a candid conversation.
I don't know what's unique about Nashville. I would say the music scene, but
Okay.
you know, they specialize in country music.
Yeah, I know that.
I came out here because I like this music culture, you know?
Yeah, but you know, everywhere, every place has this, what we call it, ethnicity, geographical flavor, right? And Nashville took a spin off of Motown and Detroit, right? Because there was they didn't want to participate in an Afrocentric type music, right? So they said we're gonna create our own. So they came up with Nashville, Tennessee, the Grand Opry, okay, country and western.
Right.
And there was an Afrocentric guy that put Tennessee on the map. And who was that? Afrocentric. I use the word Afro. I don't use.
Who was it?
You don't know? Kiss the angel, good morning. He had all the hits and put Nashville country music on the map. You don't know who that guy was?
No. I should, but tell me.
If I go back into my archive, I shouldn't say something if I can't remember who the guy was, right? Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride was an Afrocentric country and western singer, right? That had them singing his song because he transformed to what we call country, because he didn't want to compete in R&B, so he see a niche there, right? So his voice carried the environment, and he made a lot of money, and he had most of the hits there coming out of Nashville. Charlie Pride, look it up.
Yeah, I
Kiss
will.
an Angel, good morning.
I need to.
Yeah, and if you're from Nashville, the whole concept is to know your inception.
Right.
'Cause I'm not from there, but I study it. Okay?
Where are you from?
Guess. Make a guess. My dialogue. Where am I from? I'm from one of the most beautiful islands in the world.
Really?
Yeah. And if you want to see that, go to my page, you'll see it.
The island?
The island, the beautiful island I'm from. What is it? You never left America?
No, I still have to get my passport.
The world is like this. A small place.
Yeah.
Big. And here's what happened. You have to get up and go.
Right.
Because if you don't get up and go, what's going to happen to you when a guy like me run into you, you're going to be dormant.
Yeah.
Only you're dormant because
That's how I feel.
yeah, you're dormant because guess what? You gravitate to one area of the world,
Right.
right? And you ain't know the rest of the area of the world is so beautiful, and it's so synonymous with Afrocentric type growth that you may have taken it for granted, because when you go to Nashville didn't give that opportunity. You understand?
Right.
So you will find out other places give that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't guessed yet.
You said it's a beautiful island.
Yeah. Most I've used the word Afrocentric because I don't use white anymore. I don't use black anymore because I know who I am, right?
Right.
But I categorize Afrocentric meaning that you're a makeup of so many different diverse entities. So I can't say I know who I am, right?
Right.
But in a sense, you're so diverse, right? That by categorizing me, I miss the flavor. You understand? If you understand the concept.
I do.
Okay, so that's why I use Afrocentric. So when I use it, it's synonymous with all of those people who actually was emerged out of that continent that mixed with all them different people.
Right.
All the people in the world that came out of that continent became Afrocentric because there was a beginning of the civilization. You ain't guessed yet. Where is it at? Virgin Island.
See, I wouldn't have guessed it. But I want to go there.
Go. Don't say you want to
Virgin
go.
Island. Wait, but
You don't need
do
a
I need
passport.
Yeah, I was about to say, do I need
You
a
can
passport?
use your
My real ID.
your license.
Because it's the United States.
Yeah. But if you go, right,
Mm-hmm.
don't you get your passport because you want to see all the adjacent islands. Okay? You just don't want to say, I spent all that money to go to St. Thomas and I came back home and my cousin said to me, or my significant other said to me, man, did you go to Foxy's in the BVI? Did you go to St. John? Did you go to St. Croix? He said, nah, I only went to St. Thomas, Charlotte, Mali. But all of that was in a portfolio, but she didn't, guess what? You didn't reach out
Right.
to it. Just like when I explored America, right? I set up a concept. I fly into Dallas, right? If I fly into Dallas, I want to see all the surrounding places, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spend 2 nights in Dallas, right? 2 nights in Nashville, right? That's all I need to see Nashville, right? And then I move on to the other part of Tennessee, Alabama, then go all the way up to where? Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what did I cover? All that geographical southern flavor, and I'm looking for a story. I'm not just going. I'm looking for a story. So when you're traveling through the world, right? Leilani means heavenly flowers. And what's unique about that heavenly flowers, Leilani depiction and her mindset and her outlook in life reflect her name. Heavenly flowers, Leilani. See the Virgin Island.
I will.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you know, I'm in search of the story. I just met Leilani, and I don't know who else here, but I'm in search of a story of this beautiful place, and I'm hoping that I can continue to have a mindset of the people here in Powder Springs. It's a lovely couple there that they actually taking advantage of the spring weather and the summer weather here in Powder Springs. I'm going to engage them just a little bit to see what their mindset is about. Just engage them to see what their mindset is about, and maybe see why they came to Powder Springs, Georgia in the first place. So anyway, so this is Powder Springs, Georgia in the springtime, and it's unique. It's a nice place to come and visit. Yeah, it's an interesting place. You know, I like to see youngsters in love, man. That's your girlfriend? Don't be, man. Having someone at your age is unique, man. You know, you never know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you understand it, because I used to do, I was like you, right? Mm-hmm. You know, in high school, whatever it is. Wherever I'm at, I always find one of the most beautiful girls and take her out and do exactly what she's doing. Come out for a picnic. Because you know what? You know what happened? The average guy don't do that. No, they don't do that. And they miss out. When you come out in an environment like this with someone that you like, you know, she don't have to be eventually become your wife. But what you're doing, you're implementing what? A flavor that she likes, right? Yeah. And she'll never forget this. So when I said, is this your girlfriend? Oh, you had to say, yeah, man, this is my girlfriend, man. I'm having her out here in Tormund Park. So what inspired you to come down here today?
I came here last time with her
Yeah.
to go eat something. So I was like, what if we just come here again and have a picnic?
Okay.
So like, yeah.
Yeah. You know what's a nice place to have a picnic too?
What?
By the lake.
Yeah.
Lost Mountain. What's it? What I want to call again? White Horse Creek. Ain't nothing like having your girlfriend down there by the lake and the ducks rolling by. But something that you're missing out on. I don't know if you have a cell phone, right? The concept here, right, is to capture this moment that's going on here, right? Either in picture and video, right? And then from that period on, what are you doing? You're writing a story. Because this moment ain't gonna be the same next year, right?
Yeah.
But if you capture it, right, and it become a story, what's gonna happen? You can always reflect back on it and build on it, right?
Right.
So I'm just passing on something to you, right? And you came down here with a beautiful friend, and you enjoying the spring weather. And I'm in here looking for a story because I'm reflective of what I used to do, like you when you was coming up, right? I learned that early that you have to look for the nature things in life, and girls like that. Girls like the fast one like to be in the club, but the real one like this. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you the story. The fast one, right?
Yeah.
And I use the fast one, right? They like to be in clubs, right?
Right.
But the real one, like this. You brought us some flowers too, right?
Yeah.
Hey man, what your name?
Obed.
Obed. What do you mean? What does that mean?
My mom said it's from the Bible.
Obed is a prophet. Obed was a prophet, one of the minor prophets in the Old Testament. Okay, that's Obed. What's your name?
Kelly.
Who?
Kelly.
Kelly. Kelly. Kelly. And what Kelly mean? It's a common name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. What's unique about it, right, is that when I ask you the question, right, and your mom told you it's in the Bible, you better look it up. Because your name, when your mom she named you for a reason, right? If you choose Obed, there's certain character that Obed had. That's why she named you it. She just didn't randomly pick the name. She found a name to when you pop into the world, right? And she saw it, said, "What are you going to name him?" Well, I'm going to name Obed. Obed. And she just didn't name you Obed. She has some significant connection with Obed.
Yeah.
So look it up, man. All right. Enjoy life.
You too.
Okay. Take care. Kelly and Obed, that's a beautiful couple I met down here in Powder Spring. And that's what's unique about coming out to these places, right? You have beautiful people. I just met Lilani over there from Nashville. These guys here from here. And that's what I like about Powder Spring. It has a unique flavor. You can meet anybody special anytime you come down this beautiful place called Powder Spring, Georgia. So I'm telling a story, right? Okay, so that's what it is. Yeah. Actually, what I'm doing, right? I'm a videographer. I'm looking for a story, right? And I saw some attractive Afrocentric people here in the park, right? And I'm always looking for a story because there's something fascinating about Powder Spring, right? This little park here have a unique flavor, right? And spring is my favorite time. Why?
Because the sun is getting warmer.
No, everything come alive.
Come on.
The radiant smile on the people's face, the radiant tree, flowers that was dormant for what? For about a couple months, right? In winter, right? All of a sudden it starts smiling. And the people are gonna follow that. and the sun started coming out, and that radiancy of the sun wants you to come out and participate. So where you all from?
You go.
I grew up in Powder Springs. Yeah.
I always was looking for someone who neighbor spring was in Powder Spring.
Yeah.
Tell me about Powder Spring.
I feel like, well, I split my time. When I came here as a kid, we lived on Hopkins Road, and then about middle school, I moved to Hiram,
Okay,
and then now that I'm an adult, I moved back here.
you moved to Powder Spring.
Yeah, to me, I think it's predominantly black.
What?
It's predominantly black,
Okay.
which is awesome because you don't get that many places.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great schools here. It's kind of like a hidden gem.
Yeah.
I'd say it's like a hidden gem.
Okay.
I'd say about Powder Springs.
Good. See, you. So, what you think inspired your parents to come to this particular part of Georgia?
For my
Yeah.
my mom
Yeah.
was she got a job at McEachern High School.
Okay.
And that's
So
what
she's
brought
an
her.
educator.
Yeah, she's an educator.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also just good schools around.
Yeah.
That's what kind of motivated her to come over here.
So what would inspire me to tell my relative in the Virgin Islands to come to Powder Spring? What?
What would you tell? It depends on what they want.
Yeah,
So they're
well-
from the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
I don't know why they want to leave there. You know?
You know, I'm gonna tell you something, right? I always get that, right? I work for the beautiful national park in the Virgin Islands, right? And every time, right? Every time, all these millions and millions of tourists, right, come to this beautiful park, right? They always say the same thing you said, right? But I have to correct them, right? The world is a big place, right?
Yeah.
The world has a lot of distinctive, beautiful places, right? Every place has its distinctive beauty. The Virgin Islands has its distinctive beauty, right? But I can't find this in the Virgin Islands, right?
True.
I can't find these little pond in the Virgin Islands, right?
Yeah.
I can't find all of this, right? They have all the beautiful carnival, people coming in every day, all different people, beautiful place, right? Nice view, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? After 32 square miles, you can't jump in your car and go next door to Alabama.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You understand the concept, right? So you now, as a youngster growing up, right? You use up your space.
Yeah.
So what you want to do? You want to see this big world, right? Just like a guy living on a farm, right? He think the farm is a place to live, right? But outside the farm is other place to live, right? It's a guy who grew up in a city. He think the city is a place to live. Yeah, so that's the point, right? So you ask me the question, how would I want to leave this beautiful city, right? I mean, beautiful Virgin Islands. And I always get a question, right? And I always have to get back to them and say, okay, what's beautiful about life is there's so many different beauty to the aspects of our environment. You just got to do what? Look! And why do you think I came over here? Because there's something significant about these three people here. One from Powder Spring, and one from where?
I'm from Beaufort, South Carolina.
This is my wife, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Name?
Jasmine.
Okay.
This is my mom.
I got a story about Beaufort. And I've been around writing my memoir, right? My first girlfriend, when I left the Virgin Islands and went to New York, was from Beaufort, South Carolina.
Oh, wow,
Really?
small world.
You know what her name was?
What was her name?
Joan Parker.
Oh,
Joan Parker, right? So guess what happened to me, right? I went in the Navy, right? I came back and Joan was gone. She went back home because in her mind, she fell in love with me, but I went in the Navy, right?
Yes.
So here's the story, right? So my daughter now, right? Married a Marine, right? And he was stationed in where?
Paris Island.
Paris Island.
Yeah. So I said, I'm going over to Beaufort. I'm going to look for this girl, man. Joan.
Did you find it?
I'm not gonna have everybody. Man, you know John Parker? Man, you know John Parker? Well, I know John Parker, but then I run into the person. It wasn't John Parker, right? So something gravitated my brain. You know what it was?
What was it?
You know, same way I had explored and went all over the world, right? The same way Joan Parker did. She left that small town, like I left my small town, and went somewhere else. You understand? So Joan Parker was my first girlfriend in New York. And I got a picture. I got a picture because writing my memoir is a reflection of all the people I come in contact with. And Joan was one of them. And I can always see her smile.
Are we gonna make the cut?
Huh?
Are we gonna make the cut for the memoir? Or is it too-
Yeah, you're gonna make a cut. This is part of it, man. This is part of the memoir. You know what I'm saying?
Look it up.
And the whole concept is this, right? Is that wherever you go, you engage people and you don't talk too much, right?
That's not true.
I know I'm just messing.
I try and be a good listener.
I say that because I want you to say something.
No, I just like to be a good listener. You have a great story.
You'll be a lawyer.
Thank you so
A
much.
good lawyer is a good listener.
That's very wise. I like that.
You know why? Because he have to understand what his opponent is saying. So when he stop and think about it, he come back. But if he keep rattling and don't listen, right, he missed out. You understand? So that's what a good lawyer is, a good listener, and a good presenter, right? Always give the other person opportunity to say something.
I enjoy that.
Like, tell me about Beaufort.
Well, my mom took us to Beaufort when I was pretty young.
Okay.
And so I grew up most of my life in Beaufort.
Uh-huh.
We really loved the water. We loved the different aspects of culture there.
Yeah.
The Gullah Geechee culture. I felt like I got to understand like what it means to have like ties to a community that maybe you didn't like originally get born into. But I will say it taught me a lot. My mom's an educator as well.
Okay.
So they valued education. They valued the arts, and just like whether it was dance, spoken word, music, and things like that. And so it was really nice to like be immersed in different levels of culture.
Right.
But I feel like here it has a different culture. Like we were talking how like Powder Springs or like the Cobb County area in general is very diverse, and like there's a lot of different people that you can come in contact with, and so it's a really cool shift. Even though this feels a lot bigger than Beaufort, it still has the same aspects.
Yeah, Beaufort have a nice waterfront.
Yes.
Down, like I said, I went back there and I kind of like saw it for myself from a different point of view, and I interviewed people there, and it's part of my page, right? And I kind of like, when I use the word, I really extract out of it what I was looking for, but the number one thing that I was trying to find, I didn't find, right? Which was Joan Parker, right? But you're right. Small town America, that's my piece in a world, right? A small town America, Virgin Islands small. So what I do, right? Wherever I go, right? I know what the big cities are like, right? But I want to know the inception of a small town, how they came into existence. So what I do, I engage the people from those small towns, right? And I want them to tell me about their city, because I already know about it from the internet, right? So as I'm talking to you, right, I have an idea, but it's nothing like hearing it from your mouth.
Yeah.
So what's the inception of Beaufort? How it came about?
Do you know? Not really. Like
Should we forget?
the history of Beaufort, like it was founded in 1711. I do know that.
Okay.
It had a lot of ties to, of course, slavery, and there was also a lot
Carolinas, yeah.
of ties to, like we've talked about how, like in different cities, there's a lot of like history of pirates. There's a lot of history of just like the Gullah Geechee culture. I took a linguistics class a couple of months ago, and we got to talk about how a lot of slaves in the area, they spoke a certain way, like their dialect, but which the Gullah Geechee culture arose, it was their way to communicate without having people actually know what they were saying.
Yeah.
But then it also became a way for them to like take pride in understanding where they came from and now what they had here. And so it was a really cool understanding of different like phonetics and how language kind of came to be in the area.
So why do people call the people from Beaufort Geechees? Why?
I'm not sure why. I do know it's for sure Gullah in Beaufort, but I didn't.
For sure, Geechees. They say, oh, she's a Geechee. Why is that?
I guess this describes the group which they came. I don't know where the names come from though.
But I do know for sure it has to deal with like the spoken language. So if like their parents spoke in like the dialect or the language of Gullah, then they most likely would have had like the background of Gullah / Geechee. And they like hyphenate it just in the sense of that their cultural ties are so close. They would say that like Geechee would be like Charleston, but it was also like known as Savannah. And so like the like coastal area of Georgia had a lot of ties to like Geechee per se, but Gullah and Geechee were very close to each other.
That's what I learned when I was there.
Yeah.
My daughter took me to Gullah Museum and a Gullah restaurant, and I found out the proudness of the Gullah people. We'll never give up our land.
And that was probably in what, St. Helena?
You know what happened in South Carolina?
What?
Most of the building in South Carolina, right, was actually constructed by slaves from Barbados. So the reason why they have Charleston and all that fabulous historical buildings still standing is because they will bring back the people from Barbados to restructure those buildings. You didn't know that, right?
I know that there's so my mom's side's from Barbados.
Yeah.
And I know that my grandma would tell me there's a tie between South Carolina and
They have that.
Yeah,
you see what happened as we talk? You see what you started to divulge.
Yeah.
You started to divulge. I'm from the Virgin Islands, right?
Yeah.
So
I can hear you.
You're divulging the connection that we had with the people when we live in the Virgin Islands, the people of the mainland.
Yeah.
We used to call it the people of the mainland, right? Because the mainland means a big land, right? We're in an island, so we want to now go to the mainland. But I went to Barbados twice. And Barbados was one of them. In fact, I did an interview 6 months ago. My daughter was a friend of a Barbadian. But I've been there to Barbados, right? But something that really disturbed me about Barbados, right?
What's that?
It was one of the most educated English enclave, right? But like all revolutions that took place, right? Barbados and all the other islands, right? Stop the momentum and then negotiate. They negotiate at a period when it should have kept going, right? So what happened? This colonial power said, look here, we can come back here with the big guns and blow you all away, right? So the Barbadians said, no, man, okay, we'll take our independence and our political freedom, right? But here's where they make the mistake, right? They negotiate with the English that they will keep all the prime land. So you write it.
I just wanted to tell y'all that Jesus loves you.
Amen, man.
Hey, I want to thank
And I love you too.
I want to thank you for my freedom.
I love you too, man.
Thank you for your service.
All right, man. Take care.
I'll be blessed.
All right, man. All right. So look here. So now what here, right? I'm riding through Barbados, right in the shop, man. He got a big what do you call it again? What do you call a car again? Audi, right?
Yeah.
He dressed sharp, right? So I'm a guy like we doing here, extracting information, right? So he had to confess. See all of this the Pacific part is still in the hands of the English.
Yeah.
Green and fresh, right?
Yeah.
But the brothers now have the Atlantic side, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that, right?
Nothing wrong.
But here's what happened, right? And one of the stories that I always tell people about these historical revolution that stopped too soon is that the guy who had the charisma, who led the revolution, I'm talking about the Virgin Islands, right? They called him in a room and he said, man, You know, like I said, we could do this such and such. So he compromised. He come out and tell the people, man, we got this, man, right? And so the people now went back home thinking that all of this is theirs.
Yeah, and it's not.
And it's not.
Only losing part.
And then same thing with America, right? America, right? The guy got his emancipated and he got his what we call 13th Amendment, right? But then they throw him into something called sharecropping, right? Yeah. So now that's what happened, right? The guy grew up, and my wife was part of that story, right? So now they grew up on this sharecropping farm that a great-grandfathers would live on, right? And they, oh man, this is ours, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he or she went to college. I'm going to college, man. I got a degree and you know what? I'm a business student, man. My grandfather had this farm down there, man. And mom, I'm going back. I'm going to do something, right? When he get back there, right? Mommy said, look here, John. This is Mr. Brown property. But she didn't tell him that they were sharecropping. And the same thing except for Barbados and Africa and the Virgin Islands, they wrestled it away from them. Because why? Let me see if you know why.
In terms of why they're trying to...
Why they was able to wrestle it away from them?
I don't know.
They became the majority. In America, Afrocentric never became the majority. So because they fought and died, why are we able now to come here? You know what I'm saying? Because of what our forefathers did in America, right? We are able to come here as a beneficiary of what they died for and lynched for, right? And disenfranchised for, right? So we have to uplift them, right? We can't put them down because if they didn't do that, it's the same thing in the Virgin Islands. If they didn't do that, right? These guys who come in later for Johnny come late and talking about snubbing down the brothers and sisters and say, how come you can't get this and you come get it? They're the one who become the beneficiary of what these Afrocentric people did. And they walk into it and they get all the privilege, but they're still doing this to the brothers.
They
all of them. The Asian, the Indians, the Arab, the damn African, who said, I wasn't a slave. We come in.